Hello and welcome to something new, something completely different on the channel in the shape and form of Ship Graveyard Simulator 2. There's a lot of chat to be had, so let's jump in, let's get on with it. We're going to go single player, new game. So I believe the premise is we're arriving at this new sort of living job site, and we're going to try and make our wealth by breaking down ships. What I'd like to do is have this as a bit of an ongoing series, maybe a little bit of an irregular ongoing series, which we try and break down all ships in game, and that we have a goal of sort of trying to be a millionaire. Now, I don't think that's going to be attained very quick. Don't make a lot of money in this game, but I'd love to get rich from breaking ships, and I think that's what we're going to call the series, something like that. So this is us arriving. And here we are in our house. Now, do I want to play the tutorial? For the sake of this first episode, we'll use this as a tutorial guide. So we'll say, yes, we'll do the tutorial. We have a new quest, use the computer. Our computer is in front of us. This is our hut. And we can do the first step. Ships, a small, unknown ship. Difficulty is like 1. It's going to cost us nothing. Very small part of the old ship. No one even looks at it, so you can have it for free to practice. And we do have one contract on it for low alloy steel, and that's for Ravi, and he wants 100 kilos. And here we can see the resources available. We've got a little bit of metal, a little bit of non-metals, no liquids, and just a little bit of equipment. So we go back to general, we'll buy it. Are you sure? Yes. So as you have seen, each time you buy a new ship, it gets rid of the old one, resets your truck and stuff like that. Normally your truck would reset back at your hut, but for the sake of the tutorial, it's sort of out there by the ship. So this is our hut. There we can do upgrades. We're on version 1.5.3 for the game. It seems to get updated quite regular. In the short time that I've owned the game, I think it's had an update, 2 updates maybe. So that's where we sell stuff, that's blueprints, and that's where we do upgrades, that's where we recycle, and we'll get all to that in a bit. So this game was recommended to me off the back of Deconstruction Simulator. Busty Bazboon recommended this to me. I went out, and because I do listen to recommendations, I went out, I tried the prologue. I was quite fortunate there was a prologue for this, and the first one as well, so I tried both of them. So our next thing is about picking up some stuff like furniture or other light elements. You can just be picked up without any extra work, and it's free money. So we'll just start picking stuff up. So yeah, and I gave the first game I gave about an hour. It was very limited. Couldn't really scrap the ships. You could just pick up little, or you could just break down parts of. So you just break down a pole or a post or certain areas. So now we can throw our load. We've got enough to throw. We can hold 60 kilos. We've got 59 that's down in the bottom left. If I hold down Q, I can just yeet that all the way over there. So it's telling us now that we can break down the blue connectors with our hammer, but we're going to keep going and picking up the rubbish. So yeah, so I did give that a try. I was like, well, I weren't overly impressed with that. I gave it an hour. We're going to pick up the lights as well. We're going to make the most of every little piece. So if we can get over here, grab some of this. Oh, we're already carrying too much. So we'll make our way back through. So yeah, so I jumped on number 2. And much to my pleasure, we could dismantle everything. Every little bit of this ship. All of it can be dismantled and recycled and made to make money. Which is great. Might as well just throw that so we can get over here and grab more. Yeah, and on that prologue, I spent about 6 hours playing the prologue. Just the demo. That's how much fun I had with it. Super chilled. And then, obviously, I got back to Rusty, thanked him for the recommendation, and that I'd definitely be looking into it. There's something to purchase, to pick up. And lo and behold, a few days later, was my birthday. And on my Steam account, I got a little notification in the evening when I finally came to have a little go on the PC that I had been gifted a copy of the game by Rusty, by Bazboom. So massive thanks to Rusty for sending this to me, because I have been having a lot of fun with it. Since then, I've probably played about another 7 or 8 hours. I broke down a few ships, done some stuff, been learning, trying to, you know, get good, as the kids say. As you can see, I'm a little bit here, there, and everywhere with a lot of stuff. Right, we'll throw that. That's most of the loose stuff. We got a chair there. We'll grab that. There we go. And I have picked up a couple of DLCs. We've got steamships, and I think it's called Steel Giants. So we've got a selection of extra boats to break down. So we want to break down these blue connectors with our hammer. Take about 5 hits each at the minute. We can upgrade all this and things get easier and quicker. I will be looking to get more of the DLCs. There's submarines, there's giant floating cities. I think there was some military vessels as well. So some really cool stuff. I believe that they're all quite expensive from what I gather. So I've not even, you know, got close on my first save to earning enough money to even order one of them. They cost thousands, and the ships that I buy in cost like tens of pounds and dollars. So just take out as many of these. Well, say as many as these. It wants 12. We'll take out 12. So I don't think it'll let us do any more afterwards. Oh, we can, look. So next up, we've got yellow connectors. There are different types of connectors. Each one needs a specific tool. Yellow connectors can be broken down with your saw. So we've got a disc saw in our pocket. We'll pull that out in a minute. We've got a few more blue connectors about that we can get. So I get these ones. I mean, there would be one there and there would be one there. That'll pop up later. But what we need to do now that we've loosened it, you can see that each panel has gone yellow. If we give them a little poke and they go green, we can now pick them up. So if we can finish taking this one out as well now. Because that's going to open up the yellow connectors that we need to take out. There we are. So we will grab some stuff. This might give us our 60 kilos that we need to yeet as well. Not quite. Right. So, again, into the back of the van. And we want our saw, which is on 3 for me. This is available on console as well. On 9th gen, so PS5 and Xbox Series. So we're cutting at that, and then again, if we give it a little tap with our hammer, that'll all break down. Give this one a tap as well. Also, we've got to pick that up because we're going to want to get behind there in a minute. So we are full. Get that yeet. The yeetings have begun. So red connectors. The last type of connectors are the red connectors, which can be broken with the torch. So if we go on 4, we can get our little blowtorch out. Not a lot of oomph to this one. And again, these can all be upgraded. So we've got another one here. From what I've found, these red connectors are often the main struts and structures of the ship holding it together. Like that, they can sometimes be right on the end and right in the middle of the ship and quite finicky to find, but they often are what holding the large pieces together that you want to be breaking down. Like I say, the whole vessel, the whole, you know, I don't know what to call it, a fuselage, but it's not really a fuselage, is it? But the whole part of the ship, like even this big wall, can be taken down eventually. It's so cool. And for that we use a crane. Like you crane stuff out. It's really quite cool. Alright, so now we've just got to throw as much junk in there as possible. And you can see on the top left, we've got enough materials for our guy to complete his wants. So we'll take out some more of these. Now, for this first episode, I'm probably going to keep it pretty raw and show everything. For other breakdowns, there will be a lot more editing because there is quite a lot involved in some of these. Like some ships, or just even some partial ships, take hours and hours to break down. Hence why I've broken down like three whole ships or 3 parts of ships. And I've played 7 hours. Like there's a lot to be done. Right, so it's now saying that we can use the computer. So we'll go and do that. We can't jump in the truck at the minute, so we will run. I do have player speed on fast, just so we can get about a bit quicker. And also, there is a day and night cycle, but I've turned it off because I don't think working at night really adds anything or helps with content. So on our computer, we can go over to our contract and we can claim our contract. So that's $10. There we go, so that's that done. Now, if you wanted, you could now scrap that, but we won't. We're going to go back. I think if you've got some really high paying contracts, maybe on some of them really big vessels, and all you're interested in is the contract, or maybe getting the large pieces out that got the most parts in, then I can understand that. But early on, we want all the scrap we can get, all the money we can get. So we're just going to drive to this sorting and recycling place. You can auto-sort it, and you get -10 resources, or you can sort it all yourself. And we're going to do it all ourselves, because there's a little mini-game, a funny little mini-game. And we have to rotate that to make sure that the right materials go in the right boxes. There is a boost to this as well, so you can speed it up. But we won't do too much speeding up because we have to... anything that you miss, you have to resort. And we're trying to get a decent combo because you get a little bonus payout for a high scoring combo. It doesn't take long. Obviously, you know, if you break down a massive vessel or you've just sort of stuck it all in the van at once, which you can do, then you've got a lot to sort. Sometimes the boost is quite handy. As you can see, we got $8.50 just for having a perfect sort and a combo bonus. So we'll finish that. So if we now get out, we've got $93.50. We've got to go to the shop. There we go, it's this one. So here, in the store, you can sell pieces that you've already been sorted from the ship. This will enable you to purchase larger ships or upgrades for your tools. So,
मेरे स्टोर में आपका स्वागत है.
I'm not sure if we want to sell all of it really, so I'm just going to sell a bit of it to him. There you go. So we can now open up our wiki. So if we get stuck with anything, we've got the hammer, the saw, the torch, a guide to weight on how picking things up, picking up work, throwing stuff. We do have a flashlight, which we won't have to worry about because we've turned the night cycle off. Crane and the walkie-talkie for picking up large objects. And then they've got guide on the sorting place, shop, buying ships, contracts, selling ships. Scan mode, which we don't really sort of use that much, but if you're looking for a specific material, it'll tell you what material you're using. Cable hazards, so sometimes we'll come across electricals, and then we could die. So you have to make sure you get that switched off. Pipe hazards, again, it's for gas and fuel, so if you don't turn the gas and the pumps off, again, you could die. The truck, tool shop, workshop, the winch, which we probably won't get to for a while. Our rope, which is added into the game later on to help you sort of quick climb, it's like a grapple. There are explosives. I've not used explosives yet. Heavy elements, these are what we use the crane for. Radial menu, which I've never used the radial menu, I just used the numbers. Steam hazard, I've not come across steam hazard yet, but that's obviously something that's going to stop and block your way. collectibles. Different ships have different sort of collectibles and stuff that are on them. Mobile cargo, which I've not used, but I think this is another way of just being able to chuck stuff in without having to go all the way back to your truck. So if you've got a large vessel and you don't have to keep traipsing back and forward across the ship, you can buy yourself a mobile cargo, and then once you've got it full, you can call the crane in to come and collect it. We've got hut renovations, magnet, which was a new feature, which is another way of lifting some heavy goods out, I believe. And then heap of coal, which I don't know what that is for. With a heap of coal, you will gather pieces retrieved from the shipwreck. This allows you to sell the coal at the market and use it for crafting upgrades on metals. Okay, so this is coming with steamships then. Okay. Congratulations, you own the scrapyard. So we have completed our tutorial. I think we've got enough time to try and get back out there and break down some more of the ship, our ship part. So we could sell that off and just buy another ship. But we're going to break it all down because we want the materials for anything, for more than anything, to make sure we can get some upgrades, because we want a better hammer as soon as we can. Now, we could go up there and we can break everything down. And if we had large elements that needed sorting and craning out, we'd do that. But what we're going to try and do is just take out the bottom layer and cause the whole lot to collapse in on itself. So I'll go smashing all this up. As you can see, it's going to take a little while, and I'll bring you guys back when I think I'm ready to take out the bottom piece. Okay, so I think I've taken out enough ground and side connectors that if we give it a poke, the whole thing will collapse. I might be wrong. I'm still pretty new. But if we... and that is the whole thing down. Now, the only downside to that is we've now got a hell of a lot of scrap to pick up, and because we're still unupgraded, we can only pick up one piece at a time, and we can only hold 60 kilos. So this is going to take a little while for me to pick up, but I shall again spend my time getting this all in the back of the van, that beautiful van. Again, is that a step? Are we back on the step pikes and Tigers again? Lovely looking little truck. We do still have the underlayer as well to take out, so I've got to take out this top layer, pick up all this stuff, and then take out all the bottom blue connectors, and then we can take out the very foundation layer and get that put away in the back of the van as well. So yeah, I'll crack on and I'll see you beautiful people in just a bit. So I picked up all the major pieces of scrap. Now we've just got this one last connector to take out for the very base. You see they're all now yellow. So if we now take these out, the whole base should now go down. Then we need to, once again, try and pick up. I like to try and just pick up the big bits for now. We'll get what we can. We'll get it in the truck again. Let's put the hammer away. I cannot wait to get that upgraded. You get so used to the the upgraded tools. They just change it so much, especially the hammer and the box. I did question whether to start this from my already set profile and just go back and do the old one, but I figured, but then I'd be starting with all my upgrades, and it wouldn't be like a fair representation of starting the game. We missed. Sometimes they miss. I'm just going to pick it up. Give it another throw. I'll go in. There we go. Right, so now, hopefully, if I stand here on 5, we have a radio. We should be able to call that in, should we not? Won't walkie-talkie to cable element. That is this.
Hello, क्या हाल है?
Can we not crane this one away on the tutorial?
क्या आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
Maybe not. You should be able to crane that away.
हम संपर्क में रहेंगे.
It's not showing up red either. Like, if it's red, that would mean we couldn't do it. Well, that is broken up. Okay, well, I'm just going to clear away the rest of my metal then. I did a tutorial, make me look silly. I think it's just because it is the tutorial ship you can't. I'll get the rest of this in my box and in my truck. So I think I pretty much got everything off the scrap. Oh, clip that. So we've got 2 boxes to throw in now. There we go. 1, 2. So that's pretty much everything, I think. Can't see anything else. I'm just going to double check whether it'll let us crane it now. It won't.
क्या आपके पास कोई जहाज है?
That's a shame. Right. So if we get in the truck, I'll get in the other side. We can take this. Get this recycled. I think I could maybe scrap that part on my other save because I did 2 star parts. We'll sort it all ourselves. Yeah, I think I did 2 of them. Mainly because after I'd finished the tutorial, I spent all my money on my upgrades and blueprints. I didn't actually have enough money to buy another ship, so I just got another free one. It's good that it does that. So if you do pump, there we go, we use our boost. So if you do pump all your money into something, there is still that option of the free ship, so you can just get enough scrap to sell to get another small one straight after. So, oh, messed that up. So our combos went back down again. Right at the end there as well. So we have to sort again. We have to just stick it in there. And we only get 1 on the sort combo rather than whatever they should have been, like 70 odd. Actually, we'll drive this back to the house. Let's go home. Because we need to sell or scrap the remains of that ship. So if we go back here. So it's telling us about new tools. We're saying that there is now a magnet there that can be used. Pick up more props than ever before it can be purchased at the tool shop after upgrading the crane to its maximum level. And that'll just pick up loads of loose crap. So easily clear it out. Look at that. Awesome. So we've got our ship and we can now scrap that because we've done everything with it. There's no resources left. No contracts left. And that is it. We are now ready to purchase another ship, get some upgrades, and do some good stuff. We've got just under $100. So if you have a little look, we can now open up. We've got Mad Sea, Green Rex, Caroline. These are the 3. I've done those 3 ships. But if we go right down, you see we get some large half ships. Then at the Mariner, I think is your first full ship. That's $300. That's what I mean by like you can make the mistakes, use all the stuff, and suddenly you can't afford to buy anything. And then down here, we start to get to the whole ships, and then the DLC ships, the Gobbler and the Big Chug. The Titan, look at that, massive, 7,000 just for the ship. But we'll save that for the next episode. That's going to be it for this one. This was Ship Graveyard Simulator 2. Like I say, I've got to try and do a few of these. We're going to try and get a bit of a series going. It won't be like an every other day type thing, because these are going to take a while to do, and some of these ships are going to take me days to break down. But once we've got one ready, we'll put one out. It'll just be like an in the background going on thing. But you might find a few to start with as we get going, and I can find a bit of space in the schedule. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, get a big fat thumbs up down below. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification on, find out when new videos are going live. As always, comments and feedback down there. Have you played this? Do you play other games like this? Let me know in the comments, because that's how we got here. Again, a massive, massive thanks to Rusty, to Bazboon, for gifting me this. Absolutely wonderful. I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun with it. You guys have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.